It's a big Group 1 weekend for Brian Meehan. Blue Bayou runs in the Group 1 Moyglare Stud Stakes and Agent Murphy in the Irish St Leger. He was very impressive last time at Newbury. I was just wondering whether the Irish St Leger was always the plan.
Yeah, very much so since the spring. I think really since he won at Ascot and he won so well and looked so progressive, and you know, Jimmy Fortune who's ridden him all the way through, I think pretty much, has always felt he'd get further, and when he got off him at Ascot he thought he'd improved a lot.
Going back to the early days, to last season, he won his first two races, didn't he? He won at Bath first time at a big price. I mean, did you think you had a potential star in your hands from the early days?
I think we did, really. He'd always shown such a lot. I mean, lightly raced and winning his maiden first time out. I guess when they win the maidens first time out, it usually shows that they're a step above.
And that run last time at Newbury with Geoffrey Freer, I mean, that was very, very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that the little bit of cut in the ground suited him that day. Possibly that's the case. He won emphatically on fast ground at Ascot, but also in the Geoffrey Freer at Newbury, I was pretty sure he needed the run. I think going to the line, he got a little tired.
So, the ideal conditions at the Curragh, you want a little bit of cut in the ground, but trip is absolutely ideal, obviously.
Yeah, I honestly don't think I have any great concerns about ground. I think that ideally, probably good ground, just get something in the middle would be perfect.
Be a great race to win.
It would. I mean, it would. We haven't won a classic, won a lot of other good races, but we haven't won a classic, and Ireland, England, or France would do. And
there's a tie-up relation-wise, because Blue Bayou, because her dam, Oshiponga, is the grand dam of Agent Murphy.
Yes, yeah, it's a coincidental connection, really. But the owner of Agent Murphy bought him from the breeder of Blue Bayou. He bred them both.
Blue Bayou, well, the form of the Cherry Hinton, or that group race at Newmarket, it's the Duchess of Cambridge Stakes now. The form of that has worked out brilliantly.
Yeah, even again at the Prestige at the weekend. I mean, her form is excellent. She worked yesterday, probably her last serious piece of work. She went very, very well. Her owner was here to see her, owner breeder, Wild Summers Farm, James Stewart, who also bred Agent Murphy. He was here to see her, and it was great. She worked really well. She got a little bit left in the work and finished very strongly.
Why have you chosen the Moyglare?
It seemed to tie in quite well. It's a Group 1.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been quoted as saying she's as good a 2-year-old filly as you've ever had. That's always quite dangerous when you start saying things like that. But you obviously believe she's a real serious filly.
I do. I mean, she's got the perfect temperament. She's got a hell of a pedigree. Bohemian Bounty is such a consistent producer of good horses, solid, easy individuals to train. I've had plenty over the years, and they've been wonderful. I just think she's really a classy filly.
Were you disappointed at Newmarket? I mean, she ran a hell of a race. I mean, just missing out so narrowly, if you thought so highly of her.
Yeah, we were very disappointed to be beaten by such a narrow margin, but obviously very pleased for her to go from her maiden win to that level of class and produce what she did.
One of the entries, Aidan O'Brien, has obviously got loads for the Moyglare, but Illuminate, who won that race, Richard Hannon's filly, could potentially be one of your rivals again.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if she is. I mean, it's the Moyglare, it's a Group 1. It's going to be a hell of a tough race, but I go in there with a very serious filly.
We had a close look at her. Has she thrived since Newmarket?
Yeah, she seems to have, possibly grown a little, maybe, but she's stronger. She's probably stripping fitter as well. I think the filly's done very well. Racing's all about, great moments and a few disappointments, and it could be a great weekend, couldn't it? It could. The important thing is to go there with really nice horses in those good races and take a chance.